Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my second update to my project 100 empties. So basically in this project I mention all of the empties that I have had since my last update, and then I also have 10 focus products that I would like to focus on until next update, and hopefully I will have some empties then. Like, these are all products that will move like fairly quickly. Some moves more slowly than others, but yeah, all of the products I put in here I want to be able to use up in just a few months. But yeah, let's start with the 10 focus products, and let's start with the empties that I have among those 10 focus products. So I have 3 empties this time. First one is the Lumene Nordic Hydra Arctic Dew Quenching Aqua Serum, and I will insert a picture of where I was last time. So I did have quite a bit of product left, but I can't reach it, or like I have a little bit on like the bottom now as well, like a tiny bit, but I can't reach it with like the dropper thing, and I can't get it out. If I do like this, it won't come out. And I've tried to remove the stopper, but because this is glass, and like every time I take my tweezers and try to remove the stopper, you hear that sort of like breaking glass sound, and then I'm afraid I will pull out the stopper and I will accidentally get some like tiny pieces of glass into the packaging, and I don't want like pieces of glass in my serum. So this is considered done. I really like this serum. It's definitely something I would consider repurchasing, just because I feel like it really did what it should, and it was a really nice like serum that smelled nicely. It's not too expensive, and yeah, it's just a really nice serum. So definitely something I would consider picking up in the future. Then the second empty is this Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream to Brighten and Depuff. I didn't have that much left last time, so I definitely knew I was going to use this up. And this was a nice eye cream. I haven't repurchased it, and I don't think I will, because it's not like my favorite. I like my eye creams to actually be kind of thick and moisturizing, and this has a tiny bit of shimmer in it, and it says to only use it in the morning, but I've been using it both like morning and night, so I guess I need something a little bit more like hydrating, I guess. But yeah, it was a nice eye cream. I did buy this as like at like half price, and for that I think it was definitely worth it. And then the third empty is this one. So this is not the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I had used up the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer last update, and then I put in the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC15, and I was not going to consider it done, but then when I did my makeup today I had to take like a concealer brush and reach all the way down, and when I did that with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer I still had quite a bit to go before I used up like everything that was in the bottom. But today I used a concealer brush, and now I can see like all the way down to the bottom, and I can like see through the bottom, so there is like no product in the bottom either. So I'm going to consider this one done. I might be able to get like one use more, like scraping the packaging and scraping all the way down to the bottom, but yeah, I'm going to consider this done for this project. And I'm so happy to finally be able to throw away this packaging, or like put it in my yearly empties bin, because yeah, I'm just excited to move on. I did just buy 2 new concealers, so yeah, I have concealers that I'm going to play around with now that this one is empty. Okay, so those were the 3 empties. Let's move on to some products I have made progress on. First off, we have this Kiehl's Hydrating Primer, and for last time, I think this is supposed to be a dupe for the Smashbox Hydrating Primer. Last time I was up here, now I think I'm just below this black line. So I have done a tiny bit like line just underneath here. But I definitely think that this will be used up before next time. I will soon have to like cut it so that I can get all of the product out. I do really like this primer, and I think I will definitely be picking up a new one of these like in the future. I hope they still make them. They have sort of been changing up the Kiehl's brand, but I hope they still make them, and then I will definitely pick these up. Then let's go with the foundation that I have been using. So last time I put in the Fenty Beauty foundation, the Pro Filter foundation, and I have mine in the shade 120. I am wearing it today. I am mixing it with this Lumene Invisible Illumination Instant Glow Beauty Serum. So this has some coverage to it. I don't know why it's called a serum, because it's definitely not something you use like under your moisturizer. But yeah, I've been mixing these two and I really like the effect of that. It's been my favorite combo, and that is why I put it in last time, even though I had quite a bit of product in here. But so here is the progress that I have been able to make the last month. It's not much. It's definitely less than I thought I would, and this will probably take me like a while to use up. I have been using it almost every single day, so it's not that I haven't been using it. I just think that this like goes a long way. So because I usually use up a foundation in like 3 to 4 months, but this will definitely take me more than that. So yeah, I'm going to continue using this one. I forgot to mention one that I'm going to consider an empty. So this is the Wet n Wild Coverall powder, and you can see that it's in a different packaging. I also have the bronzer that was in this packaging in this project, and I said last time that I was going to repress them before this update, and I did. But the way I did it was that I took the bronzer from in here and pressed it into the other packaging, because I knew I had enough to like fill. If I would have repressed it in here, it would have filled like the entire thing. It's so hard to like use these edges, but with the powder I knew that I would only have like a round thing in the center. So I pressed them into different packaging, and as you can see, the product is super thin, so I think I only have like one use left of this, so I'm going to consider this one empty as well. I do like this powder. I think it's starting to get a little bit too pale for me. Like, it's definitely a color that I use more like in the middle of winter, even though I feel like I haven't gotten more, I don't know, I feel like it's looking a little bit more like powdery right now, and I think that might be because either it might be because I get more product because I repressed it, or it's because it's a tiny bit too light on me. But yeah, this is definitely done soon, and I don't think they make them anymore, but if they did, I would probably consider repurchasing, because I think it was a nice powder for a very good price. Let's just go with the bronzer next. This was the bronzer that was in here, and it was the Wet n Wild Contouring Duo in the shade Dulce de Leche, and so I repressed it in here, and it is looking a little bit wonky in here. There's not like a ton of product, but it was very powdery before I repressed it, and it's still very powdery. It's just that now it sort of breaks up in a little bit like more of a chunky pieces. But I just use this as a bronzer like on the perimeters of my face, and because it's been a little bit warmer outside, I have also been, if I'm like not wearing something that goes all the way to my neck, I've been taking a bronzer brush and just bronzing up like my neck and my décolleté area, like my chest area. And yeah, it's moving pretty quickly, so hopefully within like 2 months or so I could have this used up as well, which would be exciting. 3 products left of my focus products. So first off, I would like to mention this Viva la Diva Sorbet lip gloss, and I just use this as a lip balm, and you just open it like this by sliding it out, and this is what it looks like right now. So I only have a tiny bit of product up here in the corner, and maybe I could use it up before next time. Maybe, I'm hoping so. I will insert a picture of what it looked like last time compared to this time, so that you can see how much I've used up. And judging from that, I don't know, maybe I will try and get this out before next time. Then I have the Sephora Creamy Night Mask Moisturizing and Plumping, and this is supposed to contain hyaluronic acid. This has been in a product before, which is why it has all of these lines, but I did put it in last update, and then it was up to here, and now you can see that it's down to here. So judging from the other updates, also like this is a good month of using it, and I really like this one. I've had some really good skin days this last month, and I actually think that this is doing a lot for my skin. It feels very like hydrated and plump, and it's just very, my skin tone has been very even. I haven't had any breakouts, so I definitely think that this is contributing to me looking like plump and hydrated. So I've been really enjoying this one, and maybe I could have this used up before next update. I will really try and do that, like remember to use it, and then maybe I could use it up. But yeah, that will be my goal. Hopefully this will be out before the next update. Then the last product is this Delon Plus Intense Moisturizing Coconut Body Butter. So this is just a body butter, and as you can see, I feel like I have quite a bit of progress. I will have a picture of what it looked like last time, and I have hit the bottom of the jar. I am using this most evenings, especially on like my upper arms, because they have been super dry. I don't know why, but like the only place that gets actually dry on my body is like my upper arm. So it starts like here and then it goes up to here, and I'm like really dry, and I have like almost like, yeah, rough skin texture because I'm dry, and I have that on both of my upper arms but like nowhere else on my body, which is really, really weird. But I have been using this almost every single night to like moisturize just my upper arms and also my hands before I go to bed. But yeah, so this is moving along. My boyfriend uses this on his hands before we go to bed sometimes as well. So hopefully within a few months this could be used up as well. Okay, so 4 empties from my focus products. So I'm going to include 4 more new products. First one I want to include is this Lumene Nordic Sea Overnight Bright Sleeping Cream. So this is just like a nighttime moisturizer. It's maybe not that good to have both of these in, but what I usually do is that I go in with this first kind of a thick layer, and then I go in with a thick layer of this one. I just feel like that sort of locks in the moisture and just sort of hydrates my face. So I'm going to include both of these. I have used a bit of this, so it's definitely not full, and maybe I will be able to use this up before next update. We'll see. Then I also have a makeup product. This is the Makeup Store Loose Powder in the shade Milk, and I'm going to insert a picture of how much I have left. So as you can see, there's not much left in here. I have another container, like a small one, with this powder in it. I don't have, well, I have quite a bit of this powder in here as well, but I'm not going to count this one. I'm only going to count this one because I don't really like this powder, and because I feel like I don't have that much left. I just want to get this one out of my collection. So maybe I could use it up before next update now that I don't have the other powder to work on, but we'll see. I don't know how long this will take me. And then, because I don't know what to put in more, I'm just going to put in 2 sort of gimme products. The first one is the Clinique Pep Smart Eye Cream, which is the one I started using after my Origins eye cream, that one ran out. So I'm going to include this one, and then I'm also going to include this Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream Anti-Wrinkle Day Cream. And yeah, this is like the daytime moisturizer that I'm using currently. I love the scent of this one, but I will give you like more of my final thoughts when this one is empty, which might be next time, might be the time after that. It only contains 15 milliliters, and I've been using it for a while, so I'm gonna mark it as well, so we'll see where I am. But yeah, I'm going to use this one, and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts. But so far I like it, but so far I don't think it's worth the money because it's an expensive day cream. But yeah, those were all of my focus products for this product. So let's go through my empties pretty quickly as well. I feel like I have quite a few empties this time, so I will leave my total empties so far in the description box, and hopefully it's somewhere around 25. That will be my goal, since that is how many I would use. Yeah, you know, it's been a quarter of the year has passed, so I will have to have used up 25 to be like set for my goal. But yeah, let's just go through my empties. So first off, we have this Quishy Double Effect, Quishy, I don't know how to pronounce that, but Double Effect Makeup Remover, and this is like a bi-face, like it has like a oil face and a water-based face, I guess, and then you sort of shake it, and then yeah, it's just an eye makeup remover. I really like this one. I wish it was easily accessible in Sweden. If you're from Sweden and you know where to buy it, please let me know down in the comments, because I really like this one. And I think if I could, like, if it would be easily accessible, it would be way less expensive than my Origins Well-Off eye makeup remover, which I also really enjoy. So I like these two sort of equally as much, but this one is less expensive. So if I can get my hands on this one, this is probably the one that I will be repurchasing. Then I have this Clinique Pep Start Hydro Blur Moisturizer. This is a very like thick silicone moisturizer, which I did not think I would like because I thought it wouldn't be like moisturizing enough. But I actually quite enjoyed it, and this was actually really good. It's completely empty, but this it only contains 7 milliliters, so it's really small. But this is really good if you go to the gym, because some moisturizer, they sort of melt on your skin and then you get them in your eyes. Sometimes I get them like my moisturizers in my eyes, and that is why when I go to the gym I usually don't take off my makeup, because it's so much harder, or like I hate the feeling of getting like all of my moisturizer into my eyes, and then it's just easier to just keep the makeup on, just do my thing and then go home and wash it off. But yeah, this is a nice moisturizer if you want to wear a moisturizer to the gym. And it's also nice because it's very blurring, so you almost look a bit perfected after you have put this on. If yeah, so your skin just looks better. So it's not something that I would purchase, I think, but it's something I'm happy to have tried, and I didn't know like these types of products existed. Then I also have this Clinique Moisture Surge moisturizer. So I did go through quite a few moisturizers this month, but they are very small. This one is also 7 milliliters. And this is like my favorite moisturizer. I have used just sample packs of this before, and then this was the first time that I used it where it was like quite a bit of product, and it's definitely my favorite moisturizer because my makeup goes on so beautifully on top of this, and like my base was like perfect when I used this, like the Fenty foundation, the Kicks hydrating primer, and mixed with the Lumene serum and then the powder. It was just perfect every single day when I used this moisturizer. Then when I started using other moisturizer, it like the base was not as good anymore. So I actually did buy this in like a full size, and I will be using that once I go through more of like the sample size things I got in like the free calendars I had before the new year. But yeah, I really like this one, and I have already repurchased this one. As I said, it's the Clinique Moisture Surge. They have one that is called Clinique Intense Moisture Surge, I think, if you are even more dry. Then I also have this Fenty Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, and I use this on my body, so if I was dry like on the upper parts of my arms. I also used it on my boyfriend's hands if he was dry. I didn't use it on my face. I know some people use it as like a face moisturizer. I didn't use it for that. I only used it on like my body. But the thing with this one, I mean, it was moisturizing. It was not like super moisturizing. And I think what put me off a bit is that it has sort of a shimmer to it. So it's like you're supposed to look more moisturized than you actually are, because it sort of has a little bit of a shimmer to it. But otherwise, like, it was fine. I don't think I would pick this up again, but I was happy to like use it up. I could probably cut it open and get more out, but yeah, I don't like it enough to do that. I also have a mascara. This is the Catrice Cosmetics Glam & Doll Fell Lash Mascara. In my opinion, this one is a dupe for the Roller Lash, and definitely something I will be picking up again. It's nice because it's like a cruelty-free option, and it's also less expensive by far. I buy this from the cosmeticsforless.de website. If you're in Sweden and you don't know where to pick up Catrice, that is where I buy it. And this is my first tube, but I will be picking up again. You have to get used to the brush being kind of this still comes out product, but it's not enough to like coat my lashes. But you have to get used to the one being kind of hard, and you can see it's like a nice curved one, exactly like the Roller Lash. It doesn't have as long bristles on the like top curved part as the Roller Lash, and it does sort of stab your eyes, but once you get used to that, it's a really nice mascara. So I will definitely be picking this one up again. Then I have this Lumene Nordic Rituals Purifying Pea to Foam Cleanser. I don't know, it's like a foaming cleanser. I use this in the morning every day. I really liked it, although it was sort of like a brown color, and it does have tiny like granules in it, not like an exfoliating cleanser, but it was definitely like had some granules in it, so it's not something I would pick up again because I was sort of turned off of like the brown, the look of it. So I'm not gonna pick it up again, but it was a nice like cleanser, just yeah. Then I have this hair oil or hair treatment from Lanza. It's the keratin healing oil, and I have hair on it, and this is like my holy grail hair oil. I really like this one, and the thing with this bottle is that it broke, like the pump broke, so I think it broke when I was like up here, so I've had to like remove this and then just pour out some of the oil, and it has sort of, there is some product left in here, but it has turned sort of like a milky color, and this is supposed to be like it looks more like olive oil than like this milky oil, and then there's some like brown bits at the bottom that I don't want to get in my hair, so I'm going to consider it done right now, and I'm really disappointed that this broke, so this like went off. It also smells different, so yeah, I'm considering this done. I will repurchase in the future because I really like that oil. Then I have this Batiste dry shampoo, and this is in the shade Oriental, I think, and this one broke as well, so it was just started like spritzing out things at the sides, and then yeah, it only took a while for it to go empty, like it's completely empty. I have like a love-hate relationship with Batiste because when I use other dry shampoos, I don't really miss it, or some other dry shampoos, but then when I go back, I'm like, oh yeah, this is why it's considered like why everyone loves it, because it's actually really good. But I don't know, I feel like there's so little product in here. They always get empty like in just, I don't know, I don't use that much dry shampoo, but I feel like yeah, it's empty in like a few weeks, and this one broke. I feel like I've had some break before, so right now I'm trying another one from like another brand. I think it's called Collab or something, and it's very similar to this one. It's not as good as the Batiste ones, but it has not broken yet, and I still have some product left, so we'll see once that's done. It's not my favorite scent, so they have some other scents, so I might try those. Otherwise I might go back to these, I'm not sure. Then just a few things left. I have this House of Lashes eyelash adhesive. Yeah, you realize these are empty when the glue is not really like liquid anymore. It's just like a blob of like latex. But I use this up. This is the only lash glue I use for my false lashes, which I'm wearing pretty often. I feel like at least, I don't know, 2 times a week. I don't use them for every day, but I always use them for like filming, and then maybe if I go out in the weekend or if I'm doing something special. So yeah, I go through those pretty quickly. Then I actually have 2 pairs of lashes that I'm going to consider empty. They are kind of wonky now that they have been in here with all of the other products. But the first pair is just a pair from H&M, and yeah, I washed them and they didn't really turn out the same. I've had these for maybe 1.5 years, and I've used them quite a few times, so I'm really happy with all of the like uses I got out of these, but I'm going to throw them away, and now that I'm doing these empties, I wanted to mention them here. Then I also have these from House of Lashes, which are basically falling apart. These are the iconic lashes. I think that these are the normal ones, I guess, or they might be the mini iconic ones. But yeah, they are falling apart. Like whenever I try to remove the glue, like threads are, yeah, you know when lashes are falling apart. So I'm going to, yeah, consider these done as well. So yeah, that was everything for my empties as well, and everything for these updates. I'm sorry this one was a bit long. I feel like I had a lot of empties, and I will try to talk really quickly or fast so that this wouldn't be as long, but unfortunately that was what we had to do today. But yeah, that was it for this video. As I said, I will have a update on how many products I have actually used up in the description box, so don't forget to check that out. So please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!